Most people couldn't care less whether they're liked or not, which isn't a bad strategy if you're trying to make true friends that truly like you for who you are, but it is a terrible strategy in almost any other situation. Whether you're in a business meeting, whether you're flirting at a bar, whether you're in an interview, you want people to leave that situation feeling better for having known you. There are a ton of ways to achieve this goal, but I'm going to give you the top 8 ways that I find most successful.
The word is on the street that the fire in your heart is out. I'm sure you've heard it all before, but you never really had a doubt.
The first and probably the easiest way to get somebody to like you is just by saying their name. People love their name. Studies have shown that people's names are their favorite word. So drop it in conversation a couple times without getting creepy with it, and they're bound to like you more than if you hadn't. The second way to get anybody to like you is to simply listen. When you listen rather than talk, you're automatically considered a better conversationalist. I've been many places where people have told me that I'm a great conversationalist when I really haven't even said anything. The trick is I just listened and commented on what they wanted to talk about. Yeah, it's a little bit boring, and you might not think too much of the person that you're talking to because they just keep talking about themselves, but it's better for you to have a low opinion of somebody else than somebody else to have a low opinion of you. This third thing is a little bit tricky. It's not tricky to do, but it's a little bit tricky in a psychological way to get somebody to like you. When you ask someone to do you a small favor, chances are they're going to do it. And when they do that favor for you, they're going to think subconsciously, if this guy was such a bad guy, I wouldn't do him a favor. Even if that person doesn't even like you, chances are they're going to do that small favor for you. Say that you see somebody chewing gum. If you just ask, hey, can I have a stick of gum? Chances are almost anybody, even if they don't like you, is going to give you that stick of gum. But because on a subconscious level, they're going to be thinking, I wouldn't give this guy a stick of gum if he was such a bad guy. And because of that, your status automatically goes up and they automatically think of you as a better person. The fourth way to get anyone to like you is mirroring. You can actually tell if that person likes you if they're mirroring you, but if they aren't mirroring you, then mirror them. Put the thought in their head to like you. People automatically like others that they have things in common with, and it's not a coincidence that waitresses that mirror their customers get much larger tips. The fifth way to get anyone to like you is for someone else to sing your praises. You're automatically thought of as more trustworthy if someone else is boasting on your behalf. But if you're saying how good you are, you're just going to look like you're bragging, and you're just going to look like you're boasting. You're going to look like kind of a jerk, honestly. So if somebody else is singing your praises, you're not going to look like that at all. You're going to kind of look like, oh man, stop it. And, you might even be a little embarrassed. It even works if you're paying someone to sing your praises. Just think about a receptionist at a law firm. If you walk in and the receptionist says, John Doe is an amazing lawyer, you're going to go into that meeting thinking that John Doe is an amazing lawyer, even though that receptionist is paid to say that. The sixth way to get anyone to like you is to find some things you guys have in common and really drive those home. You're not going to have a lot in common with a lot of people, but you're going to have a few things in common with almost anyone. And people tend to like other people that they're similar to, so they're going to be much more receptive to your ideas, and they're going to like you much more if you find a common ground. The seventh way to get anyone to like you is by volunteering a minor weakness. By doing this, you're going to look like you're way more trustworthy when you say good things about yourself. The important thing here is to connect that minor weakness, not a major one. You can't say, I hardly shower and have a drug addiction, and then after that say, but I make good cookies. You want to have a minor weakness. You want to say a minor weakness that's connected to a major quality. Something like that could be like the Progressive commercials. They'll show you all the rates, right? Usually they're the best one. By showing you all the rates, and sometimes they're not, you're going to trust them more. And many times you're going to choose them anyway. Another thing is you might say, there might be a TV for sale, and it might be this TV is a little more expensive than the rest, but we offer a no questions asked money back guarantee, and I guarantee the picture quality is going to be better than anything you've ever seen. By doing that, you're mentioning that the TV is going to be a little bit more expensive, but you're giving the amazing qualities after, the full money back guarantee and the best picture that they've ever seen. The eighth and the last tip that I have to get anyone to like you is to just genuinely smile. When you genuinely smile, other people are going to smile back. It's contagious. Laughter, it's contagious. I do this all the time. I'll walk down the sidewalk, I'll be walking to the beach, and every person that I pass, I'll give a genuine smile to. I don't do this to get something from them. I just do this because it takes no effort from me, and it makes me happier, and chances are it's going to make them happier too. When you smile, even if it's a fake smile, you feel happier in that moment, and that happiness can be brought with you throughout the rest of the day. Smiling is associated with happiness, and that's what all these things are about. All these 8 tips are about doing something that is associated with something that feels good. When you hear your name, you feel good. When you smile, you feel good. When you have something in common, you feel good. Everything down the list is all about associating an action to making somebody else feel good. That's the best way to get somebody to like you. So the 8 ways that I find most successful to get anyone to like you is say their name. People love their name. Listen rather than talk. Ask them to do you a small favor. Mirroring someone will make them like you more. You're deemed more trustworthy if you get someone else to sing your praises. Find something that you guys have in common. Volunteer a minor weakness that's overshadowed by a major strength. And last but definitely not least, genuine smiles.
I don't believe